Hey there, it's me again, Jonathan Powell. I I want to talk to you about what happened after I got out of the hospital the first time. I got a job where I used to work at a factory, a metal factory, and I was the quality control guy, one of them. Excuse me. Um, I experienced a lot of pain during that time. Just a lot of foot pain, just random stomach pains. Uh, just it would twinge just about everywhere on my body, and just make my day miserable. And then God told me to ask Him to help with the pain in those various spots, and I would for each individual spot, I would ask, please get rid of the pain there, and the pain would go away, and it might come back, but I would ask again, and then it would go away again. Um, and this happened for a while, and then God said um, to just think about focus on an area that's hurting, and say a prayer. Uh, that focusing on an area of the body that was hurting would be the same as saying a prayer uh, to to get rid of the pain. And then I would just focus on an area that was hurting, and then the pain would go away. Um, I I had a lot of confidence in God that He was going to work things out during this time, but I was also very, very confused. Um, and it was kind of a mix of confusion, confidence, and fear of what would happen next, because I was being uh, tricked a lot, and hurt, and all kinds of things were happening, uh, scary things, from from the demons. I'll just call them demons because that's what they are. Um, and Anyway, the job that I had though was um, it was at a place where I had had bad experiences before, and so I already had that kind of going into the um, the new job. Um, but in the months that I had that job, um, I got to know a lot of good people, and even help some people with various things that were going on with them, and that aspect of it was really good. The job was hard, and uh, it was hard mentally more than physically, but it was pretty hard because I already had all that other stuff going on. Um, and Anyway, the the time kept on going on, and I at one point was convinced that all that I was hearing in my head was evil, even though, I mean, that's the influence that they had over me, was that they could convince me that God wasn't uh, doing good for me, that it was just them that were doing bad. And so at a certain point, I started believing that it was no voice was God in my head. So I just stopped trying to communicate. I I was convinced, though, um, to start listening again at one point, and that very day, it was a Saturday, I remember, and I went up to the computer that I used in the office that I used sometimes, and I was told that this is God, and to send an email to the HR lady that I had another job, and God said that I had another job. Now I have a lot more clarity than I used to, even though kind of going back to this time in my memory makes me feel less confident. Things are so much better than they were. And so I can pretty clearly know that this was actually God telling me to quit my job. There was a lot of internal work that needed to be done on me, and I believe that there was just so much. I know that there was so much that God did do with me during this time in healing and transformation. This time where I didn't have a job, that it was a godsend that I didn't have a job. So that weekend, though, was a very hard one. I was heavily being influenced by the demons, and at one point they convinced me that they were a child God. They kept lying to me, and in a very obvious way, and they asked for my help in trying to stop lying, trying to do good, and then I said, I can help you. They said, but I don't want to stop. Then I asked if they were evil, and they said yes. I don't know. I can't really explain to you how horrifying that was, to actually believe that for that night. But I know I don't know why God has allowed me to go through all that I've gone through, except to strengthen me and test me and refine me. And I don't know. It was really a hard night. They were taunting me about me giving up my job, saying pretty much that it was their goal to make my life as hard as it could be. So I went to sleep that night, really, because I didn't know what else to do out of kind of sorrow and fear. And I'm really grateful to God that He allowed me to get sleep that night, because I know that was in Him that I was able to do that and not just focus on everything. That Monday, I tried to undo my resignation. I sent another email, and they said no, you have to go home, and I wasn't going to get my pay for my the off time that I didn't use, because I said that I had another job. And let's see, soon after I had I stayed in the mental ward in a hospital a couple of times for about a week the first time, and about 2 weeks the second time. In the second stay, there was a nurse there who was religious and was talking to me a little bit about what she believed, and she believed in miracles, and we were talking about me and what I kind of had gone through, and the type of things that I was hearing and everything. And I asked her, do you think that this might be demon possession? And she said yes. So later on that night, she came and prayed over me and said, in the name of Jesus, put her hand on me and said for the demons to get out in the name of Jesus, and everything, and for Jesus to help and everything. And I don't know. I think I attribute that to a lot of the good that has happened since then. Because since then, it's been over a year now, and since then, I have been doing a whole lot better than I once was. I went again and to a church that does that sort of thing, and asked if they could try to get demons out of me or whatever, and they prayed over me, and I don't know exactly all about demon possession. I don't know about my situation. All I can say is that it's gotten a whole lot better since then, and I'll have more details, I guess, next video of, I don't know exactly what, but I'll talk to you guys next time. God bless.